Well, the city could break an 86-year-old temperature record today. A high of 13 degrees is expected. That would shatter the previous record of 10.6 degrees on this day, set back in 1938. Well, the normal high for this time of year is -2. The temperature will stay above normal tonight with a low of only 4 degrees. So things will stay well above seasonal on Saturday before cooling off slightly on Sunday. Well, joining us live with more on these unusual temperatures is Dave Phillips, Environment Canada Senior Climatologist. Always great to speak with you, Dave, especially when we're talking about good weather news. At least, you know, some people like the snow. I get it. But I'm probably one of many who welcome these warmer temps. What's going on here?
Well, Jamie, you're right. It's almost like false spring. I mean, these are temperatures that you'd normally see at the end of April, not days before Valentine's Day, but it's been that kind of a winter, Jamie. I mean, it's just been warm and it's been overcast. We've seen some clear skies this week, more this week than we've seen in all of December and January. So we've got a bit of a reward. And then we see these warm temperatures already, Jamie. It's about 9.6 degrees at 9 o'clock in Toronto. So we're within a degree of breaking that record that was established at Pearson in 1938. But Jamie, here's something even more spectacular. If we look at the records in Toronto City that go back, not at the airport, but at the Toronto City that go back to 1841, 183 years, the warmest February the 9th we ever had was 10 degrees. So we're gonna smash that record that's almost stood for almost 2 centuries. So this is quite unusual. I mean, it worries me a little bit though, Jamie, is that I remember 12 years ago, we had a warm up like this and then vegetation was tricked. It started to bud and blossom, and then we had frost after that. And my gosh, we had a $100 million loss to the apple industry in Ontario. Now, that was in March. But certainly, if this goes on too long, and it won't go on too long, we see tomorrow being also kind of mild. And this is really, back to your question, it's related to these atmospheric rivers that punished California. And this energy is just driven right into the heart of North America. It's brought rain and snow to parts of eastern prairies. And this mild air is just surging all the way up to James Bay. I mean, we're seeing temperatures that are going to be a dozen and a half degrees warmer in Moosonee than you normally would get. So this is quite spectacular in a winter, Jamie, that has been nothing but spectacular.
I was going to ask, in terms of the long-term outlook, right. I'm guessing this is not something we should get used to. Are we going to get back towards those normal temperatures? And as you talked about, this has been a pretty easy winter in terms of lack of snow. Is that going to be the case as we move into the rest of February?
Well, Jamie, I think you're right. I really think, we can't write the final chapter on winter-like weather yet. Average in Toronto after this day, you still get on average about 40 centimeters of snow. A third of our normal snowfall usually comes after February the 9th. So I think we haven't finished shoveling and plowing and pushing. In fact, the greatest amount of snow we've had in Toronto this winter was 5.6 a month ago in January. I mean, my gosh, you have a lot of years where you have over 10 centimeters. So I don't think we've seen our snowiest moment. Now, the forecast, I'm not just not making that up. Our forecast is saying that we're going to see over the next month more seasonable temperatures. So maybe a return to kind of temperatures below freezing even during the daytime. And more snow. I even see snow, the word snow and flurries in the forecast over the next 7 days. So my sense is this is just kind of a little teaser. It's not the full effect, but it sure adds to the kind of the openness and the softness of the winter that we've had so far.
I'm sure I'm going to be seeing some of my fellow motorcycle riders take advantage of today's weather out there today. Dave Phillips, always great to chat. Thank you so much for the good news.
You're so welcome, Jamie.